Here we go. This next drill is a drill where we actually take a player down to the ground. And this is called our big pad tackle drill. We did this a lot indoors with the big blue mat at Wang. But we did this one outside a few times. And how we set it up is we took all our our padding um, that we have at Fryer Stadium, and we lay it out. And we put all six pads down, and we can even put a couple shields on top as well. Okay, we're just one step away from the man we're tackling, and he's just going to take basically one step, and we're going to rip and drive him into the ground. Okay, the padding just gives some extra protection on the ground, so we don't have to drill our guys in the ground all the time. Okay, the less we hit the ground, the more healthy we're going to be throughout the season. So this is what this looks like. We want to emphasize being nice and low, exploding through, and then driving this man to the ground. We could be a little more explosive there. Okay, fire through. Good job of working the feet, putting this man into the bags. Okay, the opposite way. Could be a little more tough there. Boom, driving that man in the bags. Okay, the next one we have is our big bag tackle with a strip. Okay, we do the same exact thing. Okay, this time we're securing the tackle, and we're taking our offhand that is towards the front of the ball carrier, and we're gonna stick our hand in there and rip the ball out as we go down to the ground. But the key to this is not just stripping the ball out; it's securing the tackle, bringing the man down, and bringing the ball out. Okay, you see he secures with the back hand, and he's ripping that ball out. Boom, gets the ball, find the ball, make that contact. Boom, rip the ball. That ball should fly out just like that. Another angle. Now, what I would say with this player here is emphasis. We got to get low. We can't be up around his neck like that. We got to be doing the same thing, ripping through, driving this man to the ground, nice and low, but ripping that ball out. So emphasize, be low, play low. It's a good job there. Find the ball. Last one here. Boom. Violently rip that ball out. That's a good job there. So we have our angle block shed drill. Okay, it's a lot like the first one. This time the blocks are only going to be coming from our either right side or the left side. Okay, if you have a lot of players during this drill, you can have this. This could be anywhere from 2 blockers or 1 blocker to 4 or 5 blockers. Okay, and you always end these drills with a man to tackle. Okay, we'll show how this one's set up here. Now we have 3 cones, 2 blockers behind each cone, or 2 blockers, 1 behind each cone, and 1 ball carrier. Okay, once the linebacker makes contact with that second blocker, that ball carrier can take off, and he wants to work his leverage and go make a tackle on that ball carrier. Okay, as you see on this one is number 6 attacks each blocker now. He attacks that first one, attacks the second one. Make sure when they're attacking that blocker, they hold their ground, don't get blown back, stay low, and emphasize just exploding up through the blocker. Okay, using that near shoulder into the blocker and that opposite arm to shed. Take a look at it here. Attack, shed, attack, and go in and make a play. Okay. We just need those blockers to attack. Attack, that's better there. Boom, they're attacking, and he's gone. Okay, the next thing we'll get into is playing off cut blocks. Okay, cut blocking isn't legal in every league, but this is something I would still go over with guys just so they're aware. And you never know. A cut block is a dangerous thing. That's why we do drills to play it off. So if a guy accidentally tries to cut you, then we'll be able to play it off. So how we set up this first drill is we just did it with 2 players here, but we normally have 4 or 5 guys on his hands and knees. Okay, and the first defensive player will line up on the outside of the first man. Okay, so as this linebacker or defensive player moves laterally towards this man, he's gonna the man on his hands and knees is gonna dive for this man's the outside of his outside knee here. Okay, so he's gonna dive across. And what our defensive player's job is to get his first hand on the top of the helmet, pushing him down, and the backhand on his left shoulder pad, also emphasizing pushing down. Okay, we're going to push him down and it's going to pop us up. And then we're going to have to clear our first leg around the man and our second man back and around the man. Okay, we have to be able to clear those feet back and around. We use the term give ground to gain ground. So we're giving some ground to get around and gain ground. Okay, so we'll take a look at what this looks like here. That's a good job right there of playing that off. Okay, that's what it looks like to pop up off the man. Okay, you see his feet are further back than what they were, but they're further back so he doesn't get his knees taken out and he can get around this man now. Okay, it's the safest way to do it. There's another angle. Boom. That's a good job of playing off a cup lock. One of the hardest things to do is play off a cup lock. That's why we practice it so much. Linebackers especially. Boom. Legs around. Give ground to gain ground. Okay, our next drill is our open space cut block. Okay, this is where a coach now will hold a bag. This is one of the rare times when I have a coach only holding the bag. And then we work in our shedding of a cut block in space. Another one of the hardest things to do. Okay, this is where we're attacking a blocker, like it's maybe an offensive lineman or a wingback or a wide receiver. We're attacking this man, and we're not going to know if he's going to block us low or block us high. Take a look at how it's set up. We're about 5 or 6 yards away from the bag. Okay, on the first move of our coach with the bag, our defensive player is going to attack him. Okay, and our coach can either shoot that bag out low and we play off the block, like so. Or he can play it high. Okay, and then we have to use our technique of shedding a block. Okay, and we have to be forceful with that bag and coming around and breaking down our feet. Okay, here we go again. And this player does a good job of clearing his feet, playing off the block, and breaking his feet down. That's an excellent job. That's a good job of clearing his feet and getting around. That's good. That's why you change it up. We don't have to do this drill 1,000 times either, but get this guy a good high block and a good low block. Okay, make sure he's not ready for it, and it's a very safe way to do it because we're only using the bag. If we cut him, we're not going to blow his knee out. So it's a good way to practice it.